Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we don't really have anything in particular planned for the video. We're just going to be taking you guys around the farm, giving you some updates on the animals and some things we've been doing kind of behind the scenes, I guess you could say. But not really any plans today. Like I said, we're just going to be taking you guys around the farm. Alright, so we want to just kind of bring you guys over here to our rabbit setup. We have a bunch of little babies right now that we haven't really updated you guys on lately, but let me bring you guys in here and show you some of the little babies that we got. Let's see if get them. Little tiny. They got some cool colors on them, but we have a bunch of little litters right now. So one thing you'll notice inside their watering bowls, we've put a rock in there. If you watched our earlier videos where we show you guys what we use in the wintertime to water the rabbits, we use these Rubbermaid bowls here, and they work fine. They work great, so if they freeze, it's easy just to dump them out and pour them some fresh water every day. But we put the rock in there because we had an accident with one of the little kits getting in there and drowning. We lost one kit from drowning in those bowls, and as unfortunate as it is, it taught us a lesson. So we put the rocks in there hoping that if they do get in the bowls, that they'd be able to step up on the rocks and get out. It was just a kind of a freak accident. The little baby kit was small enough, or it was big enough to get out of the nest box and kind of wander around, you know, probably just tried to get a drink and fell in and was too small to get out. So that's why we've started putting rocks inside the watering bowls, and soon we're going to be switching over to our automatic watering system anyways, so we won't be having this too much longer. But if you guys have ever come across, you know, your little kids getting into the watering bowls, just put a rock in there, and then that way they can step up on the rock and get out.
All right, so another thing that's kind of going on that we haven't filmed here lately is I'm still cutting down some cedar trees, y'all. Just today I cut this. This is a pretty good size one. I cut it down, pretty big diameter in the bottom, and then it kind of splits up here at the top. And I limbed it up just a little bit, but we're still doing that. We haven't done anything major. I haven't had you know, my friends out here and really start cutting a whole lot again. Just the timing, the weather, and one of my friends, his foot's not doing too well. But we're still cutting some cedars down. I know Jason, I've been talking to him, and he said he was wanting to come over here soon and probably cut some down, you know, for his house and everything. So he'll probably be coming over sometime, and we'll be hitting it hard. I'm trying to get a winch over here so we can kind of start dragging them out. But so still doing some logging. I was going to give you a little tip here. If you've been cutting trees and you get these stumps, you know, you can't always get them all the way down. But one thing you can do is just put a big X in them and try to go down as far as you can down in there. For one thing is you can build a fire on top of this, and it'll burn a lot better because it's getting oxygen, it's getting air down here in the middle, and so this can actually burn out a lot easier. And it also, just doing this in itself, the water will get down to the very bottom and it'll start rotting it out a lot better than just having your traditional flat. So if you got some stumps and you just kind of want to get rid of them, that's a good method to use. Just kind of cut an X and go down as far as you can without you know, messing up your saw. But that's a good way to do it.
So as you can see, we've recently started getting a lot more eggs because the daylight's getting longer. So pretty excited about that. There's a lot more in there, but I'm gonna have to go grab my egg basket for that.
So this is another thing that's going on that y'all haven't seen yet. This is our in-ground garden. We got the first tilling done. Alex's dad came over with his tiller and tilled it up this first time. It's going to need a couple more times, and then we're going to, you know, put our compost in there. But I actually told y'all wrong before when I told you about our in-ground garden. I said it was a 40 by 20, and I was wrong. I did my math wrong, and it's actually a 40 by 40 in-ground. So a little bit bigger, but not a big deal. We'll plant stuff in it. No problem there. But it's a decent sized garden, and this is our first year doing in-ground. So this is all going to be new experience for us. How to, you know, you're gonna have to deal with weeds a lot more in this, and but we're definitely excited to, you know, plant in here. It's definitely gonna be different, but we're definitely excited about this new growing season. We've been gearing up a lot for it, starting seeds, getting beds ready, getting compost, and we've just been running all over the place. And sometimes that doesn't always make it in all the videos that we do. We try to put as much in there as we can, but when you're on a crunch time, sometimes you can't film everything, and we got to get stuff done before this season. You know, it's pretty much here, but we still got a little bit of time. But we'll actually, I think we got some drone footage that we can actually show you of Alex's dad actually tilling this the day of, and we had to do it kind of quickly because here in Oklahoma and probably around the United States, it's just gotten a lot of rain. We had a few days where it dried up just enough to till it in. We had to hurry up and do it, and it's supposed to rain again, you know, this coming up next week, so hopefully we might be able to get another till in. But this is pretty much our in-ground garden this is the first time you actually seen it the way it is now, but you'll definitely see some plants getting put in there here soon.
So as you can see in the garden here, we recently went and got a load of wood chips from our local waste, and we put it on the top of these raised beds. And we had a couple people ask in our past video why we keep leaves and wood chips on top of our raised bed, and it's to help keep the soil moist and from drying out, and also as those wood chips decompose, it helps feed the soil, so it gives it nutrients and stuff. So that's why we put wood chips or leaves or any organic kind of matter on top of the soil. So that's why we have all these wood chips.
All right, so you can see our goats Haven't had any kids yet, but we think that they're going to be pretty soon. A lot of these are getting huge, and their milk is kind of starting to come in, and that's a good sign that it's here soon, probably within a month or so at least. So they should be coming in. And this is one thing, is I know a lot of other YouTubers, they're having kids all over the place, and I think one of our issues that we are going to change next year, and we kind of didn't think about it much this year when we got this herd, when we brought them in, 'cause this is our kind of first year with these Kikos. We just left the buck in with them, and we haven't like separated them or anything like that, and so we don't know when they were actually bred or anything. We have no idea, and I don't like that. I really like to somewhat have a schedule of when we know that they're going to come in. So definitely next year, we're definitely going to separate our buck, and so then we can bring them in, and then we have more of a better controlled environment when we can have the kids, because we usually like to have them around January, beginning of February, that time frame. But this year it's more of just up in the air. Whenever they have them, but that's what we're going to do differently for next year. Separate the buck, so then we can put them in, and we can control when they have those kids better than what we did this year.
Like a big old bear coming after you. Sit, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, come on. Alright guys, so that's just going to wrap up today's video. Just a short little update on all the animals and what we have going on here at the farm. Not really anything in particular like I said before, but we just wanted to bring you guys around. And also I wanted to show you what I got in the mail today, if you guys can see it on here. Our friends over at BigfootFarmer sent me and Jacob a shirt, so we really appreciate that. If you guys haven't already, please go and check out their channel. They're just awesome folks, good Christian people. We've talked about them on our channel before, and we really do love the content that they're putting out. They just recently put out a couple of videos on processing their own pigs, which is really awesome, and that's something that we both want to do one of these days. So yeah, we really enjoyed those videos that they put out. But if you guys haven't, please go over and check them out and tell them that Sawyer Ridge Farm sent you. But anyways guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching and just coming along with us today as we're just walking around the farm. We hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Take care and God bless. Oh, big boy. Good girl, Willow. Good girl.